Good afternoon, everybody. It's Wally here from working on cement floor today, and wanted to kind of, when they do cement floors, they put a cure seal down on them. We're going to probably epoxy it at some time, probably not right now, just of the price, and maybe I'll do it myself down the road. We have to grind it. Some people say I can use an aggressive strip of wood black pad and get that cure seal out of there too. Epoxy guys say I can't. I guess we'll wait and see. Found a company down in, I think it's Florida, that has a product that will. Only thing he says I need to do is get it so water will soak in, or you put some hydrochloric acid on it, I believe, and you can see if there's any of that cure seal left. But anyways, this cure seal has a bit of a sheen to it. If you guys don't mind my mess here, I got a few things I got to move out of here still. But see, there's in the window there, you can see there's a little bit of a sheen. They put a cure seal on there to help it cure out and draw the moisture out and things like that. If you go up here, I went to Home Depot. I rented the 17-inch buffer for 175 RPM buffer for 4 hours, and got some spray buff. Picked up today too. So, as you can tell, I've done this already. Yeah, it's cement, but if you go into a restaurant, they put a coating on. They're not doing what I'm doing. They strip all that off and then lay down a seal, and then go into Walmart. Look at Walmart. It's concrete floors, and put a seal down, and then lay finish, and then they use propane buffers at nighttime or when nobody's in there, and they get that gloss. This is just with a 175 RPM buffer. I think we might be able to live with this. I did this in my past life for many years. I worked in the janitorial business. My dad worked in it most of his life, and I followed in his footsteps for probably from the time I was 18 till 80s, 90 until 97. We moved out to Phoenix, and I still did it for another 10 years in Phoenix. So probably 2007, I think, is when I left the janitorial business and went into industrial business, more on the safety and the gases. So I've done it over the years. So I'm just playing around today. I thought maybe you'd like to see the neighbors on our side units. All they did was put counters in and left the floor the way it was. They want $15,000 to do epoxy coating in here, and I don't know. I have to think about that. I did find somebody who could do it for about $10,000. If I was 20, 30 years younger, I might tackle it. I still might tackle it, or we might live with it for this way. And I might find myself a used buffer, and I used to have all that equipment, wet and dry buffers, when we did this on the side. My dad and I, after I worked my regular job and he worked his regular job. But anyways, I will show you the finished product. This hasn't been buffed. I've been rambling. So you can see there's a dull sheen on there. As you can see this way, this is what I've buffed so far. So anyways, I better get back at it. so I can get the buffer back to Home Depot, and we'll see what the wife thinks of it, and we'll go from there and decide if I'm going to continue, just leave the concrete the way it is for now, or strip off that cure seal underneath and put some type of epoxy down or something. I don't know. I can do a lot of other things with $15,000 or $10,000, and I can live with concrete floors, I think, for a while. Put some rugs down. Take care, everybody. See you later. Bye. Oh man, that looks like a big hand in there. Hope you guys have a good day. Take care.